Hello again, this is Randy back in the shop today. Working on the Oldsmobile again. I got the timing chain on, re-verified cam timing, and got the front cover bolted on. And what I want to show you now is the camshaft end play that I have. I'll bring you over to the motor. Okay, I got you over to the motor here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this screwdriver and I'm going to gently pry against the camshaft here, and I hear a clunk. That right there. I'll go back the other way. I got about 10 thousandths clearance, so that's what you're looking for. And also I bolted the pump on, or set the pump on it here, and I just verified that I had enough clearance between my connecting rod bolts here and the actual oil pump itself. See if I can turn this over here. It's really close, but it does clear. Got about 60 thousandths there. So everything is good there. Check the rod side clearance. I've got between 16 and 20 thousandths on my rod side clearance, so that's good. What I want to do yet is I want to put take the pump over to the bench, put a plate on it, and hook a gauge to it. I want to verify what the actual pressure relief valve is set at in the pump. Okay, what I got here is I got the pump sitting in a old coffee can full of oil, and I got a plate bolted to the top to actually block the top of the pump off. I'm gonna spin the pump shaft with a drill, and you'll see the pressure output here on the gauge. And that's just to verify what my pump pressure actually is. That's showing 50 psi at, I don't know how many RPM that is. It's pretty slow, probably maybe 100 RPM at the most. And what they've done is they supply you with a different spring in the package with the pump. And it says here, if higher pressure, approximately 8 to 10 pounds is desired, remove the green spring and replace it with the enclosed pink spring, and new cotter pin is enclosed, but the existing retainer to the pump is reused. So I think I'm going to put that other spring in, and I'm going to check it. Okay, I got that spring swapped. Put this back on here and we'll see what it does. Yeah, that's about 60 pounds or so. My drill will hardly turn it. The only reason I do this is because just to verify my pump pressure's good, and that way if you ever have a problem with oil pressure in the motor, why you know it's not a pump, because you already checked it. All right, I got you over the motor here, got the pan sitting on it, and I'm just checking to see how much clearance I have between the pickup and the bottom of the pan. And the pan is not quite setting down on the pan rail itself, and the reason for that is I have this nut sitting on the pickup, and that will tell me approximately how far the pickup is from the bottom of the pan. You generally want about 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch between the pickup and the bottom of the pan. And this is what I always use for a gauge. This is about 3/8 of an inch thick, and the pan was not quite sitting on the pan rail here. The pump is bolted on. You torque the pump to the rear bearing cap bolts to 35 foot-pounds, and I bought a pump with a bolt-on pickup, and these two 5/16 bolts here you torque to 25 foot-pounds. I just figured I'd get the one with the bolt on. There's lock washers on it and stuff, and that way you don't have to worry about the pickup falling off, especially if you don't weld it. So I'm going to get ready to start putting the pan gasket on here, and I'll be back. All right, I'm back over at the motor. The oil pan's all bolted on. I got the oil filter adapter bolted on, oil filter screwed on it. These little pan bolts here, these are 1/4 inch. You want to tighten those to 6 foot-pounds, and then the corner bolts are 5/16. You tighten them to 10 foot-pounds. The manual says 10 foot-pounds on all of them, but I found that if you tighten these bolts down that tight, it will tend to squish the gasket out. So I had very good results with doing them at 6 pounds, no leaking. And what I did is I put a little coat of Permatex on the block, laid the gasket on it, and put a coat of Permatex on the gasket, put the pan on, put all the bolts in. I just lightly snugged them and left it like that overnight, and then I just came back in this morning and finished tightening the bolts. So now I'm going to get the lifters, put the lifters in the block. I've had them sitting in oil overnight. I'm going to put the lifters in the block and fill it with oil and prime it. All right, I got these lifters all in. The motor's filled with oil, and I'm going to prime it right now. Here we go. See, I'm going to hold that there so you can kind of see that a little bit. Rotate this here a little bit. that's all there is to it. It's now ready to bolt the heads on and recheck the valve lash or push rod length for the last time. Order some push rods, and it's will be very close to being able to run. So one thing I wanted to show too, I don't think you're going to be able to see it. No, you're not going to be able to see it. But I was going to show you where that oil squirts out the back, but there's no way you're going to be able to see it. So well, that's going to be it for this part of the motor assembly. Like I said, I gotta bolt the heads on and recheck my push rod length to make sure the length that I think is going to work is actually going to work by the time I put the preload and stuff on them. So yeah, I think this is going to be it. Project is getting closer to completion. I gotta find out about ordering a distributor gear yet. I called Comp Cams yesterday and to find out what gear it needs, because the cam card didn't say, and I couldn't find anything on the Comp Cams website that tells me what distributor gear to use. And the only gear I could use would be a bronze gear or one of the composite gears. A melanized gear I could use too, but I haven't been able to find any of them. The bronze gear I can get from either Comp or there's a couple other places I can get it. So I'm going to call the guy who owns BOP Engineering. He's in Wisconsin. He's got those gears listed on his website. So I'm gonna call him and see if he's got one, and then order that up. And yeah, we're getting close. So hope everybody's doing good and having a great day, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.